doing is an exam, I think, from 2 years ago. Now, you do remember that I said the old semester one is a little bit different to the new semester one. Do you remember I said this? Can you remember what the difference is? When you yeah, but there's something that's in semester one in the old exams. Matrix, very good. And what has been added to replace it? Probability. So we don't have many probability questions to practice from semester one. You need to remember that when you're doing your revision. Past papers, IFY, Maths, 2014, semester 1, and I think we were doing version 1. I don't remember if it was. Malik, you submitted your assignment? Yes. Everybody submit their assignment, right? Yeah. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay. Now, what's nice about this question is it's not so big. In the exam, I sometimes feel when they have high mark questions, it's not as much work as maybe you think it should be. You know, like this question is 6 marks, but I don't think it's, 3 times longer, like this one, or twice as long as this, So I actually think high mark questions are quite good in the exam because I never feel like you have to do as much work as you might think for the 6 marks. If it's 6 marks, how long should it take? 7 minutes. 6 or 7 minutes, but I don't think it'll take you 6 or 7. I think it's maybe only take 2 or 3. Okay, so if you can try it, I'll read it, but you can try it. The number of bees, N, in a hive after T days is reckoned to be of the form N equals A E K T, where A and K are constants. There are 4,700 bees after 8 days and 5,300 bees after 14 days. Find the values of A and K. I see some people working and I see some people confused. Confused or working? First one.
Do we count it in days or
days? Yeah.
Hours?
Days. Victor? Maybe this is something I should just do straight away. Should I just do this one now? Or do you feel like you can get it? Well, if you want to continue working on it, that's fine. So if you want to try it, you can try it, and if you want to see it, I'll do it on the board now. Can you give me the 2 pieces of information? After 8 days, how many bees do we have? 4,700 bees. And then what's the next time? 14 days and 5,000 bees. Okay, so the number of bees is AEKT. So we can use this and this to make two equations. The first one is 4,700. You know what? I'll do the second one first. Not that it matters, but I'd like having the bigger number first. 5,300 equals AEKT, and the T is 14. And then the second one is 4,700 equals AE, and then the T as well is 8. Okay. Now, does anybody know what to do next to solve this? What's the next step?
No.
Say again?
No.
Not log, not yet, no. Divide. Where's my calculator gone again? Right. Divided. Thank you. We divided. So we can have on the left this one divided by this, and on the right we can have this divided by this. 5300 divided by 4700. So here we get 53,047. Now the reason we divide is it gets rid of the A, and then when we divide here we subtract the powers. Yeah. Now, Albert, what's next? Yes. So we put a log, they cancel, and finally divide by 6. So we get K equals log this divided by 6. 0.02. Now, does the question ask for exact value, or better check it? No, it doesn't. Now, please, a word of warning. Look, here's my warning symbol. Warning. In the exam, they sometimes ask you for the exact value, which means they want it left like this. In this question, they don't ask for the exact value, so we can give it like this. Okay. Next now is to get the A, so I'll put this back into this one. I might have to lower the projector. 4,700 equals AE8K. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get the A out from that. 4,700 divided by E power 8K. And I get 4,004. Although, I suppose technically, if I'm using 3 significant figures, I should write 4,000. This is 3 significant figures, and this is 4 significant figures. But they don't mind if you give an extra one here, because it seems, I think it would seem to make more sense. So like I said, it's 6 marks, but I don't think it feels like 6 marks. I don't think so. Thank you.
You used to have one last exam.
Say again?
You used to have one like expression in the midterm exam.
I think I probably did. It's a common enough question in the exam. Okay, can we look at the next part? Yeah. So the next part, how many B's do you have after 25 days? So I think that should be no problem, I hope. That's better. Here's my calculator. Okay, I think that should only take you 1 minute to do. How many B's after 25 days? So the number of B's after 25 days would be A E K T. Oh, thank you. Yes. Right, let's see what we get. Now this is interesting. 6,601.48, so I should round it down. You can't have half a B. So 6,601. But again, really, if I want three significant figures, it should really be 6600. This is the three significant figures. This is the 4. But again, I feel like they're probably happy with this answer. Actually, I can check the marking scheme here. We can get a definitive answer. Okay, so in a moment we'll have to solve this log equation here. How many marks for that guy? Oh, okay. Let's just have a quick look. What number was that? The 2? 3? 3. Yeah, so you see here it says accept any answer between 4,000 and 4,010 for this one. This one here, approximately 6,600 B's, which I think is, yeah, so this is all fine then. Okay, so let's have a look at the next part if you want to try and solve this. Actually, looking at it, it's not as bad as it looks, because you can bring all those numbers up to the powers, and yeah. Problem? What did Albert do? Misread? Okay. Will we do it now? Nina, Pony, do you have answers? Not yet? Okay. No? Okay, let's have a look at it now. Can you just read the equation to me, please? What's to start off with? 3 log x2
half log x into
half log x, 36,
minus 1 over 3 log x, 27, equals 4.
Okay, so first thing I'll do is I'll bring the numbers up to the power, so that'll be 2 cubed plus log x 36 a half minus log x 27 a third equals 4. So 2 cubed is 8, that's fine. This is 6 because power a half is square root, so square root of 36 is 6, and this is cube root. Cube root of 27 is 3.
Is it 2?
I don't know, getting there. Log x 8 plus log x 6 divided by 3, because when you subtract logs you can divide here, so that will be 4. So this here is 2, and then when you add logs you multiply, so log x 16 equals 4. So as an equation you're saying x to the power of 4 equals 16. So what's the x? It has to be 2, doesn't it? But it could be minus 2 as well. So do we take the minus 2 or not?
Yeah, it is minus 2.
What do you think?
Possible.
It's not, because at the very start I should also say x should be positive because it's inside the log. So in fact we need to reject the x equals minus 2, and the final answer is just 2. Now I wonder if in the marking scheme they did that. Let me see.
Just 2.
Just 2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so not too bad. The reason I'm saying it's not too bad is because sometimes for these problems you need a substitution to solve it. You didn't need a substitution here, so it was actually not bad. Okay, let's have a look at the next one.
Do they mark for like the process if you didn't got the right answer but it didn't?
Depends on the question. For this one, they would want to see some process, of course, yes. Depends on the question. Like for example here, they said gather the logs correctly. So there was one mark for removing the numbers in front, and then there's one mark for putting the logs together. So for example here, what they're saying is there was one mark for getting to here from here, that's one mark, and then you got another mark then when you got the logs together to one log. So I wouldn't need to see every single step in between these two, but I do. They're the two key steps I would need to see. Okay, last one there. The quadratic. You got it already? Yeah, great. What session, Roy? Let's see your answer. What's the first number? I can't see. Yes, okay. You got the same? You got this? Okay, maybe I should just do it now. X squared plus 2x less than 3, but the important thing here is it says list the integers. Integers are like plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3. Right, x squared plus 2x less than 3. X squared plus 2x less than 3. X squared plus 2x minus 3 less than 0. x plus 3x minus 1. So, if you draw this, there is 1 and there is minus 3, minus 2, minus, I know it's not right, 1, 2, 3. So let me see, 1 and minus 3, so our quadratic looks like this. And because it's less than 0, yes? No, it's okay. Because it's less than 0, I want underneath the curve. So it means I want this part. So if you look here, you have minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. However, we don't use minus 3 and 1 because it says less than, not less than or equal. So we forget about the ends. So we have just left minus 2, minus 1 and 0. So this is the answer. Minus 2, minus 1 and 0.
Not all are?
Nope. No. I think some people got that, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see, what do we want to do next? So, we have done... yes, about this one?
No, the previous question.
Previous one? This one? Yeah.
How to change it to linear?
Oh, you mean the last step? Down to here?
Not this question. The one before.
Oh, before this one?
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
How to change it to linear?
What do you mean, linear?
Linear equation.
Oh, are you asking me, can you do it? Change to
Yeah.
linear? I don't think you can. It wouldn't really make it any easier. Try to make it linear?
Because you asked like it's a question in the previous exam.
No. What I asked in the previous exam is I gave you two equations, an exponential and a linear, and I was asking you to compare them. So for this one, it's nothing to do with linear, just the exponential. Yeah. So no linear for this one.
I'm confused.
We'll practice more, don't worry. Right, so we've done, we haven't done this. This is cubics, quadratics, long division. This is sequence and series, which we've done. Exponential and logs, which we've done. Trigonometry, which we've done. So we have a calculus one here and another calculus one. So tell me what you think. Do you want to do more from this paper or move on to another paper? So your choices really are the two calculus questions here. There's half of an algebra question we could do. We could do half of this. And then of course there's also section A as well. I don't know. What do people feel like they would like to see? More of this or the next paper? What do we think? Any opinions? It's your revision. It's what you need. Do you need to see more of this paper or do you need the next paper? You want to do the calculus one, yeah? So, I think that's a good idea. Because, you know, you can get this on the final exam too. Let me just shrink it down a little bit. Okay, so you see here we've got this shape. Maybe you just want to draw that before I go to the questions. Three x, and y, okay? Right, so all it says is here, 3x, x and y. Does it continue on that? No, it doesn't for this one. Okay. Can you try the A part? And the hint here, they tell you the total length of all edges is 2a8. Do you know this word edge? Like this part of the table is the edge. So they're saying the total length of all the edges is 288. How many edges are there? 12 edges. Yeah. You got the first part too? Can I do the first part? Yeah. So, 3x, x, and y. Okay. Okay, this one was 3x, this one was x, and this one was y. Yeah? So if you add all the edges, it would be 3x plus x plus y. That would be this one, and this one. And then you can just go around like this. X, y plus 3x plus y.
Which one has 4?
Yeah. You're happy with me just to do it that way? Okay, fine. So each one appears 4 times in the cube, like this. Yeah. So you get 4x times 4, 16. 16x plus 4y equals 288. So we can divide by 4. 4x plus y equals, what's that, 72? So y equals 72 minus 4x. Is that what they ask you to show?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, express y in terms of x. Okay, next, show the volume is equal to that. 216 x squared minus 12 x cubed. Still raining. Finished?
This is the end of the summer.
Sure is. How was your business assignment? Economics. What was the topic?
Economic growth.
Interesting. Yeah. Alright, can we do this one now? Yeah. So we want the volume. So I can see that the volume will be 3x multiply x multiply y. So the volume will be 3x squared multiplied by 72 minus 4x, which will be, what's that, 206 is it? 216, yeah, 216 x squared minus 12x cubed. Is that it?
Yeah.
Blah. Finished.
3 marks.
3 marks, easy 3 marks, I think. Right, so the next part is use the derivative and second derivative to find the x for maximum volume. Now that's 8 marks, and I think that's very good for 8 marks. Very, very good for 8 marks. Too good, actually. Too good. The answer? Yeah. Now remember, you only need the x, don't find the volume. You have it? Yeah. Alex, what you up to? Oh, where's your... Oh, yeah, you ordered it, yeah. When is expected the concert?
4th of July.
Independence Day, okay. Right, let's have a look at this one. So, I said this is 8 marks, and if you remember, I said sometimes I feel like the questions with the high marks, they're not as much work as you think they should be for high marks. You know, 8 marks, you think it should be really long. But actually, this one is very good for 8 marks. We need the derivative. So what's that? 432 x minus 36 x squared equals 0. So, can we take out 36? Is that possible? You can take out 12, is it? No, you can take out 36. Oh, you get 12, yeah, okay. 12x, and you can also take out x. So you can take out 36x, and you're left with 12 minus x equals 0. Is that right? Did I do that right? Take out that, leaves with 12, and take it out from that one, leaves with x. So what's x? 12. Oh, well, or 0.
Why you just don't divide by x?
You can, as long as you say x can't be 0, which it can't, because that's stupid, since if x was 0, it would mean you have no box. No box means no volume. Certainly can't be the maximum volume. So we'll confirm it's a maximum by calculating the second derivative, which will be 432x minus 36x squared. So if we just put in the 12, 432 times 12 minus 36 times 144. What am I doing? Sorry, thank you. Yes, yes. Sorry. 432 minus 72x. It's better. 432 minus 72 times 12 equals, so when you put in x equals 12, you'll get minus 432. The negative makes it maximum. Okay, so I mean, you know, for 8 marks, I mean, all of that is 8 marks. It's quite good. It's quite good. The last part then is to calculate the volume. So calculate the volume now, the V. So I mean, all you have to do is put the answer in here. Put in x is 12. And what did you get for the volume when you did that? 10368 centimeters cubed, perhaps I should really say. These are in centimeters, I think, aren't they? Yeah. So now everything on the screen gets you 10 marks, because that was 2 marks. So think about it. Would you rather get 10 marks from doing this, or 10 marks from doing the partial fraction integration? I think I know which one I'd pick. I'd pick this one here. So in the exam you have some choice in section B. So I actually think, this is a good question for the exam. This one wasn't so bad. Let's have a look now. We've got a couple of minutes left, so I'm thinking maybe we could finish by doing a section A question, something which looks a bit tricky. Let's have a look. So we've got line, integration, complete the square, matrix, solving an equation, trigonometry, Pascal's triangle, solving this one here, solving this one here, derivative and area here. So I'm thinking something maybe like 6 or 7 maybe.
The area? Last time?
No, I think we'll do an area question next time in section B. I just need something short for the end. Maybe 6 or 7. Well, do you think that? 6, 7 and 8. You don't?
8.
Yeah, I kind of want to see if people can remember how to do 7 actually, because we haven't done something like 7 in a while. Try 7 here, number 7. Success? Success? Tiredness? Tiredness. No? Guess it's a good thing we're doing revision. Okay, can we look at this one now? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so what is it? 128 x power 3 over 4 equals minus 1. Now I know x can't be 0 because you would have 1 over 0 here, so we shouldn't use 0. Could x be a negative number? I feel like it shouldn't be a negative number. Let me just double check. Oh no, it could be a negative number. Anyways, we won't worry about that until we see what answers we get. So, for this one, there's a couple of ways you can do it. I think the easiest way, well, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is you try and put some power here to try and simplify the powers. But I feel like you don't like this way, so I think we'll just bring the x down here, like that. So we got 128 equals x power minus 1 minus 3 over 4. So 128 equals x power minus 7 over 4. Now I do have to put a, what is an 8? 8. 1, 2, 8. Right, so I do need a power now. I must use a power here and a power here to kill this. So what power can I put here? Well, a 4 over 7 will cancel the 7 over 4, but how to cancel the minus? With another minus. So if I have power minus 4 over 7, this will cancel this will cancel this, and this will cancel this. Huh? Oh no, you're talking in, right. So we're left with 128 power minus 4 over 7 equals x. This is the exact answer, if they asked for the exact answer. Do they ask for it? No. So we can give it as a decimal. Yep.
In the question is minus 3 over 4.
No, 3 over 4. No minus. Bad luck. Right. 128 power minus 128 power minus 4 over 7. So that simplifies a bit more. X is 1 over 16 is the exact answer. So if you wanted it as a decimal, x, well, again it's exact. 0.0625. Yeah. Yes. So we'll have an extra class at 1. It's optional, but I think people would feel like they'd like to continue. Now I know there's still the worksheet to look at, but maybe we'll look at that when we're doing the semester 2 revision. I don't know. Are most people thinking of going to the class at 1? We'll continue with the revision of semester 1. We'll look at the next version of the exam. Okay? Okay, we'll leave it there, so.